felt like it. There's a good long first one and the second one, and then I started just fucking moaning. Welcome everyone to the Niche Cast. I mean the Niche Memes podcast. The Niche Memes podcast.
We haven't rebranded yet, but we'll be rebranding once our new logos and that kind of stuff are finished.
Kim's got them paid for. We just gotta get them in now.
I do, actually.
Do you actually? You fucking
Well
loser.
done. But just to give everyone the heads up, it will be getting rebranded to the Niche Memes podcast.
Yeah, well, we'll be rebranding to the Niche Memes podcast once our new branding does come in. It's mainly because there's already a podcast established called the Niche Cast. And as we keep growing, I want to make sure that we don't have any overlap between the two.
Yeah, that way we're covered on our end. We're not taking away from the other people that have the Niche Cast.
Apologies to those who run
to the people of
the Niche Memes
the Niche Cast.
Or the Niche Cast.
Yeah, to the people of the original Niche Cast. Apologies for using your name for the last several months.
But also, like Cam says, there will be no crossover. Don't think you're ever coming on this podcast. This is too fucking prestigious.
Oh wow. Well,
So anyway.
we'll keep our discussions of video games to a minimum.
Yeah. Cam, I can pause an Audacity clip and then re-listen to part of it. Oh wait, no, that fucks with the timing. Fuck.
Martin.
I don't know if Audacity's good. I've just been recording that in chat.
Okay, I'm gonna get a cider. Actually, no, I can't drink cider. I'm going out after this. Fuck.
Wait, Martin. You're still recording, right?
Yeah, is there a way to listen to your recording while you're recording?
No.
There is not. You can't listen back.
Don't even.
Well, that's good.
So, anyways, welcome to the Niche Memes podcast. I am not the host, but I am Rock Liquor with a 1. Today we actually have a special guest.
Yeah, we're joined by a very special guest.
Joining McWiggin and Unlike Metal and I. This is Martin _LFS.
Hello.
Welcome.
What is LFS? Can I ask
it's whatever you want it, man. It's whatever you want it to be.
Live stream fails, of course.
Yeah.
Live stream fails. Yeah.
That's LSF, not LFS.
My apologies. Yeah.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Cool.
Yeah.
My God, if you want to fail, I got a failure of a roommate that finally moved out that I have a bunch of stories about.
What a segue.
Why
Go on, Cam.
why you kick it off?
Oh my God! I got to figure out where to start with this guy because there was just so much.
Well, why don't we start?
Well, I think I got a good one. I think I got a good one to kind of lead off to give you an idea of who this individual was like. So there's one day where I'm sitting in our living room. You know, someone had left some packages and some mail on our counter. So I'm looking through to see if anything's mine, and I look, and one of the envelopes is addressed to someone named Splice. I'm like, who the fuck is? No one in this building is named Splice. And so later on, I asked these guys. It's like, do any of you guys know a Splice? So this dude, he's like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I had my my alias legally registered with the government, so I could receive my mail under the name Splice.
That's genius. I'm gonna do that with McWiggin. That's fucking genius.
What would be the process behind that?
I don't know. All I know is that he went through the steps with the government to get his legal alias of Splice registered so that he could have mail delivered under the name Spliced.
That's incredible.
That's actually crazy.
So he was legally spliced.
Oh my God. Okay.
But that leads into another story with more mail. So it's around Christmas at this point, and I had to go pick up something from the local kind of packaging plant. And I said to the other guys that I live with, it's like, okay, does anyone need anything else picked up? It's like, oh yeah, I just had something delivered there. Can you pick it up for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I walk in there, I get my package. I'm like, oh, I'm also picking this up for my roommate. They're like, oh, sure. We just need some legal ID. I'm like, oh, well, okay. So I show them my ID and they're like, oh, but your names don't match. So yeah, it's my roommate, whatever. They're like, okay. So they go in and they grab this bag with a bunch of Japanese writing on it.
Oh God.
Oh, good.
So I'm like, oh my God, what did I just sign for? So I pick it up, I take it back, and I say, you know, well, where do you want me to put this thing? He's like, oh, it's a figurine. Just put it on my bed. And I'm like, I'm like, oh no. I just get, ugh. It was, oh my god,
That makes me uncomfy.
This guy was the most uncomfortable person, like, in the entire world that I have ever run into. Like, at one point, like, this guy edited, and he was also a creep. So at one point in time, he brought these two girls back to our place to edit.
Oh, it's
for the sole purpose.
roommate.
It's this roommate.
Oh.
So he brought these two girls that he was editing for back to our apartment to edit and to watch over the edits. But mainly because he wanted to sleep with one of them, which was, like, you know, 5 or 6 years younger than him, which was really weird.
Whoa!
Yeah, but it got really funny when our other roommate walked in and started talking to them. And then the girl that Spliced was interested in started really chatting him up and all that stuff in front of him. So I think the two of them ended up going on a date, not Spliced and the girl, my other roommate and the girl. So he cucked the dude pretty hard.
Oh, God, dude. Hey, you want to come over and watch me edit?
You should have just gone.
I have a really hot
gone
roommate.
for the one he was going for. That's what you should have done, Cam. Just
No,
really
that's what my
fucking-
roommate did. That's what my roommate did.
What
Oh, I
happened
thought you
with
meant
the
you
other
went for the
girl,
other
though?
one.
No, but what
No,
happened
he
with the
didn't.
other
He went for
girl?
the one that Spliced wanted.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the-
Well, then you should have gone for the one the other one, just to really
God.
cuck him out.
I feel like this one girl
1-2
just got
punch.
brought along to watch editing and watch this romance unfold.
probably
They were like storytime YouTubers. I have no idea if they actually had a big channel or anything, but
Oh,
it was just
goody.
like such an odd. It was the only time I've ever seen them. It was such an odd thing of
That's
just
So
like
hilarious.
him bringing people
this story
back.
is getting talked about across multiple platforms by different people.
Yeah, he probably.
Like imagine their perspective being like, yeah, so we just met this random guy who was helping edit one of our videos, and we knew he had a crush on us, but his
So I
roommate
fucked
though.
his roommate.
So his roommate though was 10 out of 10, great talker.
Yeah,
Would love to hang out with him again.
fucking
We
hilarious.
have podcast.
My one roommate is 10 out of 10. He's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's good.
But thank God this other dude is gone because he was just like. So there was another time.
See, your other roommate's gonna leave, and then you're just gonna spill all the deets on the podcast now, aren't you?
Oh no, I'm never gonna spill the details on the podcast. when we kicked this guy out, he tried to threaten. Actually, I'm not gonna get into that. On
Yeah,
the
well,
podcast.
whoa.
Not a good idea. Anyway, so there was another time.
Yeah.
Where I'm sitting in my room. It's like, you know, it's probably midnight, so I'm just kind of chilling there watching some videos, and I hear one of my other roommates go into the washroom, and they're just kind of in there, and then I hear like a bang, and it's just kind of loud bang, so I figure they, you know, knocked something over, obviously.
Yeah.
'Cause these things happened. Splice hears this bang, and he opens his door, and he looks, and he sees that the washroom is in use. Like, it's very obvious that, you know, the light is on, someone's in there.
Right.
But his first instinct is to go up to the door, open the door, walk in, and just stare. And he stares in for a couple seconds. My roommate, who knocks something over and is just looking like, hello? And he's like, oh, you're using the washroom. And he stands there for a couple more seconds and then closes the door.
What the fuck?
Yeah!
So this man opens the door, goes in, opens the door, gets on the floor, and just stands there.
Doesn't even do the
Yeah,
dinosaur.
Doesn't even do the
yeah,
dance, he just stands there.
He's just standing in the doorway. He's like, like, I don't know if he was confused or something, but he's
I don't know
just
if he was
standing
just.
there while
I
my
don't know if he
roommate
was
is
just
like, what are you
spliced out
doing?
of like existence at that moment.
He could be, yeah.
It's just like his body was there, but his mind was
God.
elsewhere. You know, like
I feel like his mind was always elsewhere because there was this
you know
one
that
time-
feeling. You know that feeling though when you like get into it, like you go into a different room and all of a sudden you just forgot why you were in there.
Oh yeah, I've got.
Like,
that
what if that happened to him? He just goes in and he just completely forgets why he's gone into this bathroom,
I
and that
see
person's
you're
just
using
sitting
the
there.
restroom.
Oh, I
Why
see
was
you're
I here
taking.
again?
I see that you're relieving yourself. I too am relieving myself of these memories. And then he leaves. And then he leaves.
Myself.
He's having some nom flashbacks, staring at a guy sitting on the toilet. Oh my god.
Oh my
I've
god.
been here before.
Well, then there was another time where what was it? I think we had like got something. We were using this app amongst like the four of us as roommates to split our expenses.
Okay.
I told him it's like you need to pay up. Your balance is due for the month. So he paid me back in like $20 worth of nickels and dimes, to which I don't even know where he found $20 worth of nickels and dimes.
That's a lot. Oh my god.
And it's just like he put them on our counter, and then he messaged me saying, "Oh yeah, your change is just out on the counter." I'm like,
It's so,
and I go
it's
look.
so
Thrown at
petty.
the dying
What the
cat.
fuck?
I look at it and I said, yeah, just e-transfer me.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Mm.
Oh my fucking god.
He was something. There was also when he moved in, it's like my old roommates hadn't cleaned out
so hard.
all of their stuff, so there was still like a couple like old boxes of cereal bars that have been there from our initial move-in. So it's like they're like a year old. They're definitely not good anymore.
Okay.
And one day I just walk into our living room and Splice is just chowing down on these year-old nasty cereal bars. I'm like, dude, where'd you find those? He's like, oh, they were just up in the cabinet. I'm like, those are like a year-old, man.
Oh my god, I got a story about eating year-old food.
Go for it.
What a segue.
This is I was waiting for this segue for a bit.
Go
I
on.
knew it was coming. I was at Atiash's house years
Oh, yeah.
ago, and they have what's called a lazy Susan. It's inside a cupboard. It spins. It's like a little
Oh,
shelf.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Usually
yes.
it's in corner shelves to maximize on the space.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, they would just store like lunch snacks and stuff. And there was this ring pop that they forgot about for like
Just
5
fuck all
years.
of for usable audio.
And because of my allergies, they were like, "Oh well, we
Eh.
don't really know what to give you." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, that ring pop. Anyone gonna eat that?" And they're like, "Dude, it's like 5 years old." I'm like,
Why have they not thrown it out though? They know it's
I'll eat
there.
it. I'll eat it."
Oh my god.
Well, I ate it. It was delicious, both going down and coming up.
Oh.
Let me tell you. And I gotta tell you, both Atiash and his brother were laughing at me as I relieved myself of it. They're like, why'd you have to eat it, dude? I'm like, sometimes you gotta man up and eat.
What? No,
fucking
you
ring
don't.
pop.
No, you don't.
You were
Yeah, you
under
do.
no.
Absolutely not.
You gotta. Sometimes you just gotta think to yourself, yeah, it's a ring
No,
pop.
no,
It's
there
worth
was
it.
No, there was no
It's always
reason
worth
for
it.
you to have to do that. No.
It's like eating candy twice, man. It was worth it.
It's no.
What do you mean it's like eating candy twice?
It was delicious.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit, you know.
Sometimes you gotta risk it. Sometimes if you like it, you gotta put a ring on it,
Oh my god.
So anyways, a year old granola bar. Not that bad.
In a way, I feel like a year-old granola bar is worse than like a 5-year-old ring pop. Like a
I
ring
know.
pop is just chemicals and fucking sugar.
Yeah, and it's been
Yeah.
frozen.
And what's
too.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
what's oats though?
It's been
Like
deep
what's
freezed.
oats? Oats are just like seeds.
No.
yeah, but there's
Natural
sugar and there's like honey in there.
Yeah.
Honey
Honey
lasts
doesn't go
over
bad.
a
Honey doesn't
year.
go bad. Yeah,
Honey doesn't go bad.
Honey
Yeah.
doesn't go bad.
Good point.
But everything else, like the
Like-
Like
still
if there was
wouldn't eat it.
if there was like chocolate in it, maybe like if there's like milk
yeah.
chocolate in it, the milk
Oh, there
would
was
start to
chocolate
go
in it.
bad.
would you have
That's-
eaten it if there was chocolate in it, Jacob?
If it was non-dairy chocolate, maybe yeah.
So intolerant,
there.
dude.
I mean, I gotta tell
I'm
you,
gonna start-
the
I'm gonna
other
start
the other
aging.
day at the other day at work last week, I was packing a lunch and I forgot to like pack something big, so I was just grabbing snacks from the drawer. And my partner has in this drawer. There's still things that my partner has had from 3 years ago, and one of them was this coconut-based like protein bar thing. I was at
Find the
work.
Rick and Morty blanket.
I did find it. It's in the next room. No, I had this granola bar or this protein bar, and I got to work and I was looking at my coworker and I said, "Oh, this expired in 2018."
Aw.
It was
Oh, no.
tasty, man. It was tasty. I didn't get food poisoning, or I did. I don't know.
Yet.
Yeah.
I have an iron stomach. I
We know that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna start aging just various different kinds of food, like from now until whenever
Test
we
them
end up
out.
in Saskatoon.
Oh,
and
so
then
when
we're
we
just gonna have
meet,
Jacob
you're just gonna have me eat each individual thing and say, yeah, that one was pretty good. Didn't much care for the next one.
The old food podcast episode that we'll do.
Can we
that'll
not?
be great content.
We
one's
can't
got a-
use anything vinegared though. Anything that was pickled or vinegared, basically is preserved, so it doesn't do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not
Oh
worth
my
it.
god.
So it's literally just got to be like, just junk left in the cupboard for so long.
Well, that's exactly what the cereal bar was.
Jacob, I have a
my
can
God.
of. Wait, does beefaroni have a?
Yeah, the Chef
Fuck.
Boyardee. The Chef Boyardee has cheese in it.
Fuck.
Oh,
Jack can eat it. Jack can eat it.
alright, yeah. I mean, hang on. When are we planning on doing this? Because if we're doing it like when we're up at Jacob's cabin, I don't really want to do it because I don't know how far away emergency services are.
That's fine. We'll bury you in the back.
Bury
That's
me in the
okay,
back.
You can,
yeah.
you can puke outside. It's happened before.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
It'll just be another story for the podcast. What's the big deal?
your cabin's land is probably about 50% vomit at this point, Jacob.
No, there's one spot off the deck that I believe is 50% vomit.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh my god.
It is the one spot I know that for a fact after every cabin trip I've had to water down.
Oh.
Like come over, it's like, oh, we're cleaning up on the Sunday or Monday or whatever. Huh, time to
splash
hose,
zone.
time to hose down this fucking zone.
I'm gonna bring a sign that just says the splash zone and we can put it up.
There's a lot of dog shit there too.
Oh my god.
I stepped in the same dog shit twice. I was there over the weekend.
That's not my fault.
Yeah, no,
Marcus
it
says
was
he
my
doesn't have
fault. I'm a
stories.
fucking idiot because I stepped in it twice. Like
How'd
15
you step in
minutes.
it twice? You already
between
knew it
them.
was there.
No, right?
Good lord, Martin. Marty.
Oh
So I had 3 beers.
So-
spilled
so-
2 of them.
Yeah, it's true. He did spill 2 of them. He like hits his volleyball. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit this volleyball right into the can.
And then the
Yes.
other time I just like elbowed it. Goes flying. I'm like, really?
God.
Oh, but yeah, see this roommate Splice, he ate this year-old cereal granola bar.
Yep. He was just chilling there. And he kept eating things just out of like the cabinet that had been there like for a million years.
Oh god.
Like constantly. Like it'd be random stuff, and we live in a basement, right? So it gets really like damp. So everything just gets like goes bad faster. So he's just eating like random shit. I don't know how he didn't like die from some strange disease.
That's
I don't know how he was in
incredible.
patient 0. Like I have like a spice rack, and I went to use the spices at the beginning of quarantine, but they had been there for so long that I hadn't used them that like I
Ooh.
shook them and they were rock solid.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they dried out, or they got damp, I guess. Probably.
They absorbed all
the
that
moisture.
all that moisture.
That moisture.
I think in one of the early
Moisture.
episodes of the podcast, I
Moisture.
was like recording in my
Moisture.
living room, and you can hear our
Moisture.
dehumidifier kick in.
Moisture.
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 Oh, that was awful.
That was like the moisture was right in my fucking ear.
I'm banning
Just
this
wet.
podcast.
It's
dude.
like you haven't even listened to Justin. You haven't
You've-
even
you've
listened
lost
to
the
our
guest.
great leader.
I'm out.
Stop
Oh.
talking
Speaking
moistly.
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 Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's where I draw the line on using that word.
I have a few other stories from Splice, but
Go on.
like there's one that I'm gonna save for Christmas, and it's Father Splice in the Chinese restaurant.
Fuck off! What do you mean? You can't drop that and then not tell us.
It's like
I
like
left out another
foreshadowing.
part. It's featuring bimbos.
It's literally. Oh my god! You are literally foreshadowing this event, and we're
oh
not
my
going to
God.
hear about it until like the next season of the podcast.
Fine. I will tell this story. So it was.
No,
so
no, no,
this
no, no,
place
no,
I
no,
worked-
no, 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 no. You're saving this one for at least the next episode. People have to wait.
We're saving this for.
Okay.
When you drop a
okay.
title like that, you gotta
It is-
build.
hang on.
You gotta build hype.
To clarify, it's a Christmas related story.
Yes. It happened around Christmas.
Okay, I say, yeah, no, you know what? Let's leave it for Christmas. Let's have some Christmassy stories around Christmas time.
See, I checked today, and what episode of the podcast is it? Let me check. Let me just go up here through
believe it's
my
number
folders.
Are we gonna talk about the spooky episode?
Episode 21. Episode 21 is going to be on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
So that's where I was like, okay. Father Spliced in the Chinese restaurant featuring bimbos will be a story on the Christmas episode.
We'll have to record some additional podcasts and get it to 24. So episode 24 comes out on Christmas Eve.
I think that'd be brilliant.
You know what? I'm fine with that. I was kind of thinking it's like, if we can get enough content, we can do weekly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
make it a Christmas thing. Every week in December, there's a new episode, and then by the time.
Oh yeah,
There you
the
go.
12 days of the
Editing.
niche memes podcast.
12 days of editing.
So I do actually have another Splice story I can tell
Okay.
right now.
All right.
But this one's about his younger brother, who the first time I met him, I looked at him and said, "Yeah, that kid would shoot up a school."
Oh my fucking god. What do you mean?
It's like you're in high school and everyone's getting voted like, oh, that
Okay.
one's the most likely to become an engineer. This kid is the most likely to shoot up a school.
Like, okay, wait, I want to clarify something. When you say that, are you saying that based like solely off looks, or like what do you mean?
Not just looks.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's like
Oh,
something
goodness.
he's done and said, I'll allow it. If it's just he looks fucking like an idiot, I'm gonna say he's a school shooter, then I'll
no,
call
no.
you an asshole. But if it's that he like specifically said something or did something weird, okay, I'll allow it.
He did something.
Okay.
But so this a disclaimer: he didn't actually shoot up a school.
Thank
Put
goodness.
that out there now.
Thank goodness. You won't be able to Google this guy and find him.
Oh my god.
I don't think, at least. So first time I see this kid, like he walks in, he's wearing like cargo pants and like these really beat up running shoes, like sneakers.
I
Like
have
it's
a
just like
question.
he hasn't bought a new pair. Yeah.
So beat up sneakers. Are these the kind of cargo pants where you can like unzip at the knee and they become shorts?
Yes.
Oh yes, yes. I pictured it. I already pictured
Okay.
it.
He's just got like. He's got like a t-shirt on, but then it's got like a long sleeve underneath it, and there's just like a skull on the t-shirt, and he's like, he's got like skinhead bald kind of head.
It sounds like what you're describing to me is the bully from Toy Story.
Sid.
Yes, yes, actually.
Skull on the t-shirt, like buzz cut to balding hair. You know,
Does he wear a beanie a lot?
You're stereotypically describing a skinhead, so absolutely he's got guns.
So I learned one time that apparently one time when Splice's brother was at school, there was another kid in his class who was, a real troublemaker, and the day before he'd posted on like social media, on like Snapchat or something, "Don't come to school," and there was a picture of him with like a knife in his hand.
Oh,
So the principal walks into the classroom that day, and it's like the last day of like 12th grade or something like that, or like the last like couple weeks, and he's like, "Does anyone in class have a knife?" And so the kid who posted the picture doesn't say anything because he's not stupid.
well, debatable after what you've just told
Yeah.
us.
But Splice's brother reaches into his pocket and goes, "Oh, I have a knife."
Oh my fucking god.
And like the principal is just dumbfounded. Like he doesn't know what to say. He kind of looks around. He's like, "Oh, well, you got to come to the office." So Splice's brother gets taken down to the office because the principal came in looking for a different criminal and walked out with Splice's brother. And the kid ended up getting suspended and wasn't allowed to walk across at grad.
Oh.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because he brought a knife to school.
Well, yeah. Okay, hang on. I
Yeah.
forgot about that part.
Apparently, he had it on him every day of the year, and it just wasn't until the end that he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a knife."
Why would you
he asked
admit that?
Apparently, he asked the principal what he needed it for.
What? What a fucking stupid question.
I know.
Am I gonna get it back later, or it's like, come see me after class. You can get your phone back. You can get your knife back.
It's like, oh, what are you gonna use the knife for? Confiscate it? I don't know.
I got a cake I need to cut. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh
I need
my
to
God.
borrow your knife.
Actually,
Even long enough
you
to cut
know,
a cake.
maybe
It was like a pocket knife.
maybe it was a rock scratching knife. I got one of those.
Oh,
Actually, I gotta tell you how spooked I was. And this is a story for everyone at home. I have a rock
kids
scratching
at home.
knife. It looks like it's like a flip open knife that is easily 5 inches long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is not a pleasant looking knife, and it's dull, obvious, because it scratches rock.
Mm-hmm.
But I have brought it for the field, like for one of the field schools. I ended up bringing it over the border in the States, and they understand that we have rock scratching knives as geologists. But I actually brought that on a flight from here to Toronto and back, and I didn't know it was in my backpack until I landed back in Saskatoon and was like, oh my god. I got onto 2 flights with this knife.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Through security. I don't know how they didn't notice it.
Dude, the
They're
TS
fucking inept.
security sucks at airports.
But like, I was shook. I got back and I was like, I still have this knife on me.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got through security with it.
Well, if it's not
Oh my
international,
God.
they don't tend to give a fuck, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a very quick one, just adding on to that, because I remember when I was coming back from school from Toronto, you know how they have to like wipe down your laptop or your computer or whatever you have with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he starts swabbing it, and he can tell that I'm just like not a threat in any way. He's just like looking at me, laughing with me. He's like, "Oh yeah, we just gotta swab it down. Haven't been doing any drugs off this." I was like, "No, I left the Coke board at home. Like, what do you mean?"
Why would you say that?
And he just chuckled, and I was like, "All right, have a good one, buddy."
Oh, you're a lucky son of a bitch.
Well, I think I felt like we were getting along. You know what I mean? I felt like he knew that I wasn't serious. He could tell.
That's
that,
when he tases you.
I think if anything, he just knew that I was like a stoner. But he was just looking at me like, "There's no fucking way you do coke. You don't have the fucking energy that you do coke." So I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll just go through."
You don't have the balls to do coke.
Mr. Big Boy over here doing coke? That ain't right.
It's not blonde enough.
Yeah.
He
Plus,
doesn't
nothing
look like
came
he's
up.
like craving McDonald's right now. Well, maybe he does, but not in the way someone on
if I was
coke
coming
would.
through the line, you know, like, "Oh, hey, here we go, getting on the plane. Ooh, you get been to Chili's lately?"
You know, you ain't try that guac. You know, I get a little sugar in me, and I go a little cuckoo for that guac.
I go, "Look,
Listen, the majority of editing the podcast is editing out Jacob's sniffles, so I'm not entirely sure if he hasn't just done a bump right before the recording.
I'd believe it."
It's possible. I feel like I'm not skinny enough to be, like assumed to be doing coke all the time.
Aren't like coke people usually skinny?
Yeah, because they just don't eat.
Oh, you're saying you're not skinny enough. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's. Saying
We know a
fat
dude
ass.
who was like doing a lot of coke and he wasn't skinny.
Okay,
Yeah,
but there's a difference
true.
because he also smoked a ton of weed and was eating all the time. While doing coke.
Of course.
Is this guy in this very call right now?
No,
It's me, Austin.
it's really not.
Jacob, you said you had a couple things that you brought with you ready for.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pass on one of them, but I definitely want to bring up this conversation starter.
So hang on. Before we started the call, you said, "I've got a serious one for a discussion, and I've got a funny one." And now you're dropping the funny one.
No, I'm dropping the serious one.
Oh, you are dropping. Okay.
Yeah, let's
thought-
be real.
thank
The
you.
funny one always
Thank you.
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
So
God.
at work the other day,
Yeah.
when I'm working in the back, and I'm moving boxes off of pallets and doing what I do,
Yeah.
I start having random like thoughts where it's like I just start combining things that shouldn't be combined.
Yeah.
And I looked at one of our coworkers, I'm gonna call him Beanie, and I asked him a question that said, and this is how I phrased it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, like the presidents of the United States, right?
Okay.
Well, if they ever went to Hogwarts, what Hogwarts house would they be in? And he looked at me, and I was
I'm
like,
interested to hear what his thoughts are.
He's like, well, that's interesting. I'm like, yeah, like, I think of, like, where, like, most of them would fit in, and I'm thinking, Hufflepuff. Like, Donald Trump, Hufflepuff. Bill Clinton,
Donald Trump
Hufflepuff.
is Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
Well, he's not Slytherin. To be Slytherin, you have to be cunning. And he's not cunning.
No, but cunning doesn't mean smart. Cunning just means
Like, yeah, but you have to be like, you know, you're not evil, not maliciously evil, but like cunning. And Slytherin people are actually intelligent. The most intelligent group is obviously Ravenclaw, but Slytherin in itself is the next most intelligent. So then you get like Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, which are.
So basically what you're saying is that Trump is a Hufflepuff that has been manipulated by Slytherins.
That's very, very possible. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to kind of hear your input, because some of the other people that we've had, you know, discussed were that Obama would be in Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I could see that.
I believe Teddy Roosevelt was, I think, a Ravenclaw as well, or a Gryffindor.
Wait, Teddy? No, Teddy's Gryffindor.
Yeah,
Teddy Roosevelt is Gryffindor because he started the National Parks Project.
Right?
Yeah.
Nixon was a Slytherin.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Reagan. See, Reagan gets me confused. I think
Reagan is Slytherin. Reagan is Slytherin. Who started the war on drugs?
Yeah, Reagan's definitely Slytherin because it's that cunning, right? I mean, think about fucking Watergate. What do you mean? Oh wait, are we talking about Nixon?
No,
we're talking about Reagan.
Oh,
Reagan.
I'm sorry, I jumped onto Nixon.
We all agree that Nixon is Slytherin.
Yeah, I started going through in my head. I was like, oh, what about this person? What about?
But
such a good fucking question, Jacob.
No, but one of the big things that got brought up was Beanie went back home and he brought up this discussion with his roommate.
Oh yeah. By the way, sorry, really quickly, his roommate, the guy who invented the toilet bong. Okay.
Oh,
so let's continue.
That's a good. So, Mr. Toilet Bong himself had said, well, if you think of Gryffindor, it's all about bravery and valor, and most politicians try to follow behind, you know, their beliefs, their valor, their bravery.
Yeah.
And Beanie looked at him and just
what
said,
politicians are you paying attention to?
like most politicians, like.
I think what he's
the way they come off, they're so confident that they become off as brave and become Gryffindor.
Exactly, but that's the thing. It's that mask of trying to look like a Gryffindor because that's what people want, but they're not actually a Gryffindor.
So basically, Beanie's roommate was conflicted between Gryffindor and Slytherin, and all Beanie said to him was what I had said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is a Hufflepuff. Oh. And at that point, Beanie's roommate was like, "Yeah, let's start working our way through them because there's no way they're all Gryffindors." And
absolutely not. There's no way they're all Gryffindors. There's like maybe a few.
Like Bill Clinton.
What would Clinton?
What even is Clinton? What he's such a misnomer.
Like exactly.
I do not have sexual relations with that woman.
I guess Hufflepuff?
But is he though?
No, but he's cunning.
But
look at him right now. He had an affair in office, and he's still just chilling
there. Though, like, how is he cunning?
No, you're
like
Bill Clinton.
If we're thinking of his wife, maybe.
I think at age 80,
she's a Slytherin. Hillary's a Slytherin for sure.
What about the Bushes?
Oh, Slytherin. Don't kid yourself.
I don't know. I think George.
George?
I think.
Of course, George is Slytherin.
Nah. He's like Gryffindor.
Are we just
What do you mean? He bombed how much of the Middle East?
George,
but he did it confidently.
Yeah, exactly. Obama did the same thing. What do you mean?
I thought this was supposed to be the fun conversation.
Okay, well, yeah, but you're making it into like good versus evil instead of just being like, okay, personality-wise, like who are these dudes?
Honestly, I think that's what we have to go back to.
You're working yourself into a shoot, brother.
I think personality-wise, George Sr. would have been like Gryffindor based on his personality. George Jr. Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I think so. I still
think George.
All right, here let's evolve.
I don't mean to get all political right now, but Jesse Ventura for president. All right, just throwing it out there.
Okay, let's go through this really quick. Let's evolve this for the niche memes platform. Okay, Justin Trudeau.
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
Easily.
He's drama teacher, Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Okay. Martin, Hufflepuff, good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Harper.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'm
Slytherin.
tied
Slytherin.
between
Have you
Gryffindor and Slytherin. I'm tied between Gryffindor
Have
and
you
Slytherin.
shaken that man's hand?
He was okay. So he is an economist and like an accountant in his head. So part of that is cunning, but also like
Don't put that
Jacob,
in
he
the
would
podcast.
muzzle you right now for saying what you said.
Okay.
yeah, it's still like back and forth between Gryffindor and Slytherin on his case.
Yeah.
Like,
I
are we
don't-
talking early or late?
I'd
Harper?
say
Because early Harper is like Gryffindor, late Harper is like he just went straight to Slytherin.
Oh, I see. You're saying he crossed the house divide.
Yeah.
Once
Honestly,
he won a
yeah.
majority.
He went from Autobots to Decepticons, guys.
There we go.
This motherfucker straight switched lightsabers on us.
Harper is
There-
the Anakin of the fucking.
Oh my god, there's the Photoshop for this thumbnail. Stephen Harper is Anakin Skywalker.
Oh goodness.
Why are we talking about Harry Potter?
Well, it was just so. This is just a work thought I had, guys. I just
I have a
wanted to
feeling
this
we're gonna. I
discussion.
think we might have to record for an hour and a half today.
No, I think with
Just
this
in
is
case.
good. Like this is
This
a
is
good
good.
discussion.
All right,
I liked
everyone
it.
have a good day. I'll talk to y'all later.
God.
Cam, good luck
no.
editing. All right, we'll see you later.
Pieces of-
Oh, okay. All right.
Honestly, though, it was just a work thought that I had, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, how would this work? Like, what is the connection here?
Beanie
I
is
was
my
expecting
favorite
something
one.
fun. I was expecting something fun, and
It
then
was
you're like,
fun.
That was pretty fun, to be fair.
"That was fun."
We can't
to be
always
fair.
have ridiculous fucking stories every week. Like something stupid like this is always something fun to think about. So. And I love the thought. I love that I've now thought about Donald Trump not being a Slytherin.
Well, I think that's kind of one of the things I like to bring to the podcast. That way we can connect and have our opinions to these fun little topics that mean nothing, and we're able to like build each other's these relationships between each other as we talk about some of these wild, outrageous stories we have.
Okay, guys, let's sort into the Hogwarts houses real quick. Okay, Churchill, Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin. Where are we
Okay.
going?
Okay,
And you can only have
Churchill?
one per
Churchill?
house. One per house.
one house.
Well,
Churchill and
okay, it
Gryffindor.
depends on Churchill. Who are you in comparison to Churchill? Are you the Boers or are you the Brits?
I'm talking from our standpoint.
To the Brits.
Well, yeah, Brits, Canadians, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And that was Churchill, Hitler, Mussolini, and Stalin.
Yeah.
Okay, Stalin is a Ravenclaw.
Stalin is a Ravenclaw?
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
using Photoshop way ahead of his
Oh,
time.
yeah, okay,
Yeah,
fair.
that's legit, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good with that.
Stalin would have appreciated the Vladimir Putin Slav Photoshop I did last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I being too...
You know what?
am
No, I
being
think I
too
got this.
patriotic
I think I
to
got
say
this.
Churchill's in
Gryffindor?
Gryffindor?
No, I think Gryffindor is Churchill.
Okay.
I think Hitler was Slytherin. I think Mussolini was Hufflepuff, and I think Stalin was Ravenclaw.
Yeah, pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, there you go.
It seems pretty straightforward to me.
So that's the Photoshop you have to do, Cam. I would like all of these...
No.
shit, guys.
Yeah?
Andy and I were looking for our screwdriver kit, and it was right beside me this whole time.
Nice.
You don't understand how happy this makes me.
That's like the other day when I was looking for my fucking Sennheisers, and they were on the desk next to me, and I dug
Oh
through
my
my
God, that's
entire
right.
closet.
Oh,
I'm editing the computer stream, and you're just like, and Jacob's like, you know what you need, Jack? You need a pair of headphones.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I have some. And then you hold up your little earbuds, like, dinky little shitty things.
Did
and
you-
then
did
he's
you
like, no,
see-
some real ones. You're like, well, I got some real ones. They're over
They're
here.
somewhere.
And then you spend a half hour looking off in some like crevasse for these headphones.
There's like a fucking... It's not even a closet, dude. It's a fucking... there's pipes and shit in there. I don't even know. I cover it up with a St. George's cross flag. It's beautiful. Anyway, it's just full of all my
Well-
old shit.
I don't know if Cam got to the editing moment where Jack just says I-9, and I just like my head in hands on my desk in front of the webcam for like a good 2 minutes, trying to like understand what's going on. And you and him are just making jokes and laughing. I'm just like
Crying.
Martin, what's your opinion on I9s?
Fuck you, dude. Fuck off. I can't believe you.
Come on, Martin, going off a tangent.
How much is an I9? 1 second.
It's
$520.
Yeah, it's only $100 more than.
Yeah, but how much is it?
$530.
$530. Yeah.
$530 Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not. That's like.
See, an i9 is not that bad.
See.
If I think about it in like terms of CPUs, yeah, it's bad. If I think about it in terms of GPUs, what the fuck ever, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, no, just if you look at this thing, it's like Jax arrived today, and it was like in this like tesseract cube,
It's,
like
it's
yeah.
fucking,
like he
in
was
this
given
eye.
forbidden knowledge.
Yeah, right. It's like
That's
fucking.
called a pentagon.
You know what?
Yeah, I've
you know
seen
what I keep
the
thinking
unboxings.
You know what I keep thinking of?
Actually, it might
I
be
keep
a
thinking
dodecahedron.
of you know in Assassin's Creed where they have that box with the apple in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
Yes.
exactly
is
what
it
this
is it
The
a
apple of
10-sided? Is it 10-sided or is it 12-sided?
Hang on, let me figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12-sided.
It's a dodecahedron.
Dodecahedron.
Get wrecked.
And it came in a fucking like silk bag. It was ridiculous. I was like, "What's that?" Oh, I know what this is.
Welcome to computer parts worth more than $100. You get
Right.
a lot of silk bags.
Oh.
Wait till you open up your modular power supply. There's gonna be a fucking like Velcro
Oh.
Velcro sleeve for your cords.
You got it on sale. All right.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. You got it
Yeah,
was
you did.
$170 off.
Whoa.
Okay, I was wondering about that because I was just like, $530 is cheap, I think.
Regular $700. Oh my.
Oh.
Well,
See, he bought the i9 at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. If it had been like $700, I probably would have gone, meh, okay. Wait a minute. Why do I say why does it say Intel 10th? What is this? Hang on. Can I get an i10? What's going on?
Stop.
i10.
Stop.
Oh no. Oh no, wait.
Stop.
That's just
Generation,
Stop.
right?
Oh my
So, yeah.
god.
We all know the way they count Intel cores. It's going to be i11 that comes out next.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a 10th gen
Oh,
i9.
oh God.
And I've got a 9th gen i9. I see.
I just thought
Oh,
of
so you're already out of date.
Ah, fuck. $700 I gotta drop now?
Yeah.
Oh, here. Cam, cut this out. I'm just gonna tell Jacob right now. He's gonna come see now.
Oh, that's exciting.
Cut that cam.
Cut that, Cam.
Cut
Clip-
that.
Cut your cam.
Clip,
cut
clip that. Cam, just clip it.
Cameron.
Cameron.
Jamie, pull that up.
Did you just say Camaranth? Is that what you just said?
I said Cameron.
Oh, okay. Can you change your Twitch name to Camaranth? Like Amaranth, but Camaranth?
I kind of like unlike metal, but maybe.
I mean, do whatever you want to do. But
Well, I
like,
mean, if we got the possum to ask you, all that I can hear for response is yes, Poss.
Boo.
Cam, okay, hang on. I wanna bring this up on the podcast because this is genuinely one of the funniest lines I've ever heard. Are you willing to talk
Yes,
about what you said to
yes,
your girlfriend when
yes,
you first met
yes.
her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the compliment that you gave her?
Wait, can I say?
Oh,
Can
my-
I be her? Can I be her in this situation?
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so Jacob, you go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Cameron.
Yeah.
I really think my favorite feature about myself is my thighs.
I don't know. Your boobs are pretty poggers.
That's so ridiculous.
I can't, bro. What the fuck?
Oh my god. It truly is 2020.
The future is now, old
God.
man.
Imagine, one day, like, as long as this all works out, one day your kids are gonna say, "What was like one of the first things that Dad said to you, Mom?"
No, they won't even be it. He's gonna pull up the fucking podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the podcast.
Guys, I want to show you this memory I had with friends, and it's gonna be the first episode of the podcast, and he'll forget that this is episode 13, and as they're getting to it, he'll be like, "What was wrong with episode 13 again?" And they're,
It's like there was some-
they're 50 minutes into the episode, and he realizes, "Oh no, turn it off. Turn it
Paw
off
Patrol.
now."
Yeah,
I'm
'cause-
not letting you watch that shit. Get the fucking niche cast on.
Yeah, once they're old enough, I'm gonna be like, okay, if you want to know what Daddy said to Mommy the first time we met, just go to episode 13.
If you want to know what Daddy got up to.
Yeah, I don't know that I could ever let my kids
Honestly,
watch this
I don't
shit.
think this episode is gonna see the light of day because the moment that Poss finds out that I was reenacting her, there's gonna be a problem.
I like that Martin's guard just went up the second someone acted like Boss. It was just like, fuck, Boss, shit, God.
I gotta get jerked. And like start doing push-ups in the background.
Start talking. Just like I hear Pasta's name, I get Tourette's. Kill me. Like my fucking pupils dilate. Dude.
God. I can't wait for the cage match when we meet up in
Oh,
Saskatoon.
It's just like
so good.
it's like airport security standing there.
No,
and
I've
in
got to
this
find like a
corner,
fucking cage.
weighing.
For the listeners of the podcast, is there a reason that you guys wanted to fight, or was it just a build up over time, Martin?
I think she just pissed me off. I don't know.
I want to say it was a build-up. It was just an unexpected thing that just happened as they played a couple games. And I think it wasn't so much that Poss was angry at Martin. I think Poss was angry at Solaris, and it just transferred.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, that was like the first time she got angry at me. Like he was just fucking with her. Sorry, fuck bleep. And
Hilarious. Say
like
that
for
line again,
some
Martin.
reason,
Martin, can you say something? We have said it, but can you say Solaris 88?
Solaris 88.
Perfect.
Just cut that in, Cam. Just splice that in.
Splice it.
Splice it in.
Solaris.
Splice it.
Okay.
I don't like that word. Shit's hard.
Solaris.
Sylvester.
Oh my
I think with that we should wrap it up.
What?
Do you?
Why? Huh?
We have like one story, and then just a bunch of us dicking around.
Yeah.
It's not a
Well,
podcast.
that sounds like a
We need a little
podcast
more.
to me.
Yeah, we need a little more, Jacob.
A little
Yeah.
more.
I actually, I got a story to tell you of something that happened this weekend. at the cabin.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's lighthearted. I've only seen my puppy get zoomies like 3 times.
What are you talking about? He's always had the zoomies.
No, he's like I've seen.
I'm pretty sure that lady from the last episode of the podcast.
No,
with Big
that's
Dick.
not
Yeah.
zoomies. That's not zoomies. That was not zoomies. Like zoomies where he just can't stop running at like Mach 3. And I've seen it happen in my backyard a couple times, but this is the first time I've seen it happen at the cabin. Our cabin is located right near a swamp. So right near some swampland, so there's obviously water that if we have the dogs off leash, they'll just go running into. And Dio just, for some reason, absolutely loves running into the swamp and basically dunking himself. Just laying in it, rolling around in it, dunking his face, popping it up, shaking himself, jumping between different, like, swamp puddles. It's kind of cute because you stand in the lawn and you're like, oh, where is he? And you just see this black blob of fur just, like, going through, like, the cattails and stuff. And you're like, oh, shit, okay.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Well, near the on the second day we were there on the Saturday, I tried to get him like more hype for this like with the zoomies because he still had him and he wanted to run around, and I was not prepared for becoming the target of the said zoomies. I'd done it earlier on another time we were there, and I tried like you take a couple steps into like towards the swamp, and he just like full on sprints in the swamp. He's like full circles around it, diving in, jumping out, diving in, jumping out, like just crazy. And I started to do that. He took like 3 steps towards the swamp, and I'm like, good, I can take a step back. I took a step back. He turned, he looked at me, walked on like super soaked, and ran right at me. He was like, oh, zoomies times 10, but this time I am just gonna jump Dad. I am gonna jump at him and I'm gonna play with him because I didn't even have a toy with me. He was just like, I don't know what went through his head, but I had to run. I can't outrun a dog on zoomies.
Yeah.
This boy caught me.
Oh.
I got soaked. He was like jumping and holding on, and oh man,
He
it was,
got you,
it was
man.
wild.
He
He
got
got me good.
Well, what a story, Mark. Where do we?
This
Where do
next
we
one
go from
comes to
here?
us.
Yeah, this next one comes to us. Yeah.
Here we go. I know. One more. Two.
It cuts in and out so often, and I can never. What the fuck are you doing?
That's called boy tipping. Remember Barnyard?
I do remember that.
Cam, can I
They
just say?
push him over?
Can I just say I've been editing a video recently from a stream, and you ruined so many clips by just trying to put in fucking what's it called? What's that fucking game? With Snake.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. You try and put fucking Metal Gear music in on your phone through your mic, and it ruins so many fucking clips. I'm so annoyed with it. Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh goodness.
Fuck!
oh my god. Well, I
Oh.
think with that we can wrap.
This is another fucking lost episode, isn't it? Okay, so we're
I might be hitting you boys up. I might be hitting you boys up next Monday.
Unreal.
Oh, I'm so
my God.
all right.
Martin, you're the guest. Martin, you're the guest. Give yourself a shout. Give yourself a shout, Martin. So, unfortunately, Martin's audio cut out about halfway through a recording. So, you can find him everywhere at Martin LFS or Martin _LFS. That's on Twitch and Twitter. Oh, no, don't catch me there.
I'll be in the pool.
Pool's closed. Oh my god. You can find Martin everywhere as Martin LFS, love full stop.
Martin
_
LFS.
Stop, right?
Jacob, give yourself a shout.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is another fucking lost episode. Holy shit. No, it's okay, it happens.
I might be able to salvage it.
I think there's enough content.
I think
in
there's
this
enough.
hour and a
I think there's
half
enough.
that we can get a good 40-minute episode out.
At least.
But anyways, I am Rocklicker with a 1 and 7 I. You can find me at twitch.tv/Rocklicker. You can find me on Instagram as rlicker, Twitter as rlicker, and YouTube as Rocklicker.
Jack?
Hey, what's up? Twitch.tv/McWigan, MCWIGAN. Because I feel like no one actually knows how to spell Wigan ever.
MCWIGAN.
And then, you know what I always think about when I say McWigan? I always think about the time I went into a Twitch chat and some guy just went, "Haha, McWigan. I love that name. That's funny." I don't fucking know. I don't know what he thought it meant. I was like, okay, whatever.
I thought for a second you're gonna be like, every time I hear the name McWigan, I think of the town in England called Wigan.
Well, why would I do that?
Well, why
Anyway,
the fuck
so
would you
Twitter,
not?
Twitter.com,
Anyway.
Why the
Anyway.
fuck would you not?
Twitter.com, McWigan _TV or McWigan TV. I can't remember. McWigan TV.
Twitter is McWigan TV.
Honestly, I really hope that Unlike Metal changes his name to Cameron.
Cameron.
Because
Check
like
out
McWigan just kinda rolls up
McWigan
on
on YouTube as well for
MCWIGAN.
videos.
Some big dick streams, Cam.
And then Unlike Metal is like UNLIKE Metal.
Unlike Metal's a good name. I like Unlike Metal.
Unlike Metal is a good name.
UNLIKE
Shout out to
Metal.
Xbox in 2013 for giving me that randomly generated name.
Oh, is that how you got it? Oh, that's
Really?
That's beautiful.
Really?
That's beautiful.
Unlike Metal is a randomly generated gamer tag from when I got my Xbox 360 in 2013.
Incredible.
This episode cannot be lost anymore with that.
Exactly. And you can find me everywhere at Unlike Metal. That's UNLIKE METAL. Unlike Metal.
UNLIKE Metal.
I just like to say I think it's really fitting that this was so cursed, seeing as it's episode 13.
Oh, well then it has to go up as episode 13.
Yeah, exactly.
don't even cut it. Don't even. Don't even.
No, good lord, I definitely have to cut it.
That would be cursed. Don't even edit it. Just put it all together. And call
At
it there.
at 50K subscribers, we'll release an uncut version
The
of this
uncut.
episode.
Oh god.
You ate yolk.
Everyone's gonna fucking
Oh my God.
unfollow and unsubscribe from us now. I don't want it. I don't want the uncut.
I'm in my head. I'm picturing the conversations we had, and then Martin eating yogurt. Now, that's all I'm picturing. That's all I can see. It's just like this
Hitler,
big thing of
Stalin,
Greek yogurt,
and
just
Churchill.
like Greek, just like yeah, Churchill, Gryffindor, him, Greek yogurt. Like,
Oh my god.
Okay, so normal yogurt and Greek yogurt. What house?
okay, yeah. So which house is yogurt, like normal American yogurt?
Thanks for listening to the
Greek
podcast,
yogurt
everybody. We'll
and
catch you in the
Icelandic
next
yogurt.
episode.
Bye.
Now, it's important to
everyone.
note that Icelandic
Bye.
yogurt has a ton of protein.